In the previous section of the course, we worked with other Microsoft Office programs. In this section, which is the final section of the course, we will collaborate with colleagues. In this first segment, we will share workbooks. For this exercise, we are going to use the cost projections _start workbook. I have already opened that workbook and saved it under the new name of cost projections. To begin, on the Review tab of the ribbon, in the Changes group, click Share Workbook. When you do, the Share Workbook dialog box appears. Select the Allow Changes by More Than One User at a Time checkbox, and then click OK. A message box appears indicating that you must save the workbook for the action to take effect. Click OK, and Excel saves the workbook and opens it for sharing. Now click the File tab, click Save and Send, and then click Send using Email. Click Send as Attachment. This causes a new email message to open with the Cost Projections workbook already attached. Type an address in the To field, and then click Send. Your email program sends the message. In this segment, we shared workbooks. In the next segment, we will manage comments. In the previous segment, we shared workbooks. In this segment, we are going to manage comments. For this exercise, we are going to use the projections for comment _start workbook. I have already opened that workbook and saved it under the name of projections for comment. To begin, click cell E6, and then on the Review tab, in the Comments group, click New Comment. A red comment flag appears in cell E6, and a comment box appears next to the cell. In the comment box, type a comment. I'll type, seems optimistic. Move some improvement to next year. Question. Now click any cell outside of the comment box. The comment box disappears, but the flag remains at the top right corner of cell E6. Now click cell G7, and on the Review tab in the Comments group, click New Comment. In the comment box, type should see more increase as we integrate new processes, and click any cell outside the comment box. The comment box disappears. Now click cell G7 again, and on the Review tab in the Comments group, click Delete. When you do, Excel deletes the comment. In this segment, we managed comments. In the next segment, we will track and manage colleagues' changes. In the previous segment, we managed comments. In this segment, we are going to track and manage colleagues' changes. For this exercise, we are going to use the projection change tracking _start workbook. I have already opened that workbook and saved it under the new name of projection change tracking. To start, on the Review tab of the ribbon, in the Changes group, click Track Changes, and then click Highlight Changes. This displays the Highlight Changes dialog box. Now select the Track Changes While Editing checkbox. This activates the Highlight Which Changes area and clear the When box. Click OK to have Excel display a message box indicating that the action will now save the workbook. You do want to continue, so click OK. When you do, the message box closes. Excel saves the workbook, shares the workbook, and begins tracking changes. Now in cell E6, type 16% and press Enter. A blue flag appears at the upper left corner of cell E6. Now in cell E7, type 14% and press Enter. A blue flag appears at the top of cell E7. Now on the Quick Access toolbar, click the Save button to save your work. And then on the Review tab, in the Changes group, click Track Changes, and then click Highlight Changes. The Highlight Changes dialog box opens. Select the List Changes on a New Sheet checkbox, clear the When checkbox, and then click OK. Excel creates and displays a worksheet named History, which contains a list of all changes made since the last time a user accepted or rejected changes. Now click the Sheet 1 Sheet tab to display the worksheet named Sheet 1. And then on the Review tab, in the Changes group, click Track Changes, and then click Accept/Reject Changes. The Select Changes to Accept or Reject dialog box appears. All the settings are correct. We want to review the changes that have not yet been reviewed by every user and everywhere in the workbook, so click OK. And Excel displays the first change. Click Accept to accept and change, and display the next change. Now click Reject. Excel keeps the first change and deletes the second change and deletes the history worksheet. After you have accepted or rejected the last change, the Accept or Reject Changes dialog box closes. In this segment, we tracked and managed colleagues' changes. In the next segment, we will protect workbooks and worksheets. In the previous segment, we tracked and managed colleagues' changes. In this segment, we will protect workbooks and worksheets. For this exercise, we will use the secure info _start workbook. I have already opened that workbook and saved it under the new name of secure info. Click the File tab, and then, if necessary, click Info. The info page of the Backstage view is displayed. Click the Protect Workbook button, and then click Encrypt with Password. The Encrypt Document dialog box appears. In the password box, type work14 PRO, all lowercase, WORK 14 PRO, then click OK. Now re-enter the password exactly as you entered it the first time, all lowercase letters, WORK 14 PRO. And either press return or click the OK button again. Excel assigns a password that will be required to open the workbook. Now click the Review tab of the ribbon, and if necessary, click the Performance Sheet tab to display the Performance worksheet. Now right-click cell B8, and then click Format Cells. The Format Cells dialog box opens. Click the Protection tab to display the production page of the dialog box. Then select the Locked and Hidden checkboxes in the dialog box and click OK. Excel formats cell B8 so it won't display its formula after you protect the worksheet. Now on the Review tab, in the Changes group, click Protect Sheet. The Protect Sheet dialog box opens. In the Password to Unprotect Sheet box, type PROT 300 PSWD and then click OK. Enter the same password in the Confirm Password dialog box. That was PROT 300 PSWD and click OK again. Now click the Weights Sheet tab to display the weights worksheet in the workbook. Select the cell range B2 through C7. Now on the Review tab, in the Changes group, click Allow Users to Edit Ranges. Excel displays the Allow Users to Edit Ranges dialog box. Click New, which displays the New Range dialog box. In the title box, which is currently selected, type All Weights with no spaces. In the Range Password box, type WORK 14 PRO, that's Work 14 Pro, all lowercase, no spaces, and then click OK. In the Confirm Password dialog box, type the same password, that's Work, WORK 14 PRO, and click OK again. The range appears in the Allow Users to Edit Ranges box. Now click the Protect Sheet button, which displays the Protect Sheet dialog box, and then in the Password to Unprotect Sheet box, type Work 14 PRO, WORK 14 PRO, and click OK. Confirm the password, WORK 14 PRO, and click OK again. The dialog box closes and Excel protects the sheet. In this segment, we protected workbooks and worksheets. In the next segment, we will authenticate workbooks. In this segment, we are going to authenticate workbooks. For this exercise, we are going to use the projections signed _ start workbook. I've already opened that workbook and saved it under the name of projections signed. On the Start menu, click All Programs, and then click Microsoft Office, Microsoft Office 2010 Tools, and then click Digital Certificate for VBA Projects. When you do, the Create Digital Certificate dialog box appears. In the Your Certificates name box, type Excel 2010 SBS and then click OK. The Self-Cert Success dialog box appears, indicating that Microsoft Office successfully created a new certificate for you. Click OK, and both dialog boxes disappear. Now, in the workbook, click the File tab. If necessary, click Info. Then click the Protect Workbook button, and click Add a Digital Signature. A message box appears offering the opportunity to view signature services on Office Marketplace. Click OK to continue without visiting the website. And then in the Purpose for signing this document box, type Testing, verify that the Excel 2010 SBS certificate appears in the Signing As area of the dialog box, and then click Sign. A dialog box appears, indicating that the certificate you selected cannot be verified. That's fine, because we only created the certificate on the machine for testing. That means we can click Yes, and have Excel use the certificate. Excel saves the file, and then the signature confirmation dialog box appears, indicating that the signature has been saved with the document. Click OK to close the document. The signature we used could not be verified because it was created as a test certificate on this machine, so the invalid signatures indicator appears here on the info page of the dialog box. In this segment, we authenticated workbooks. In the next segment, we will save workbooks for the web. In the previous segment, we authenticated workbooks. In this segment, we will save workbooks for the web. For this exercise, we will use the shipment summary _start exercise file. I have already opened that file and saved it under the new name of shipment summary. To begin, click the File tab and then click Save As. The Save As dialog box opens. Now, in the file name box, edit the file's name so it reads Shipment Summary Web. In the Save As type list, click the down arrow and then click Web Page. The Save As dialog box changes to reflect the web page file type. Click Save, and then click Yes to indicate that yes, you do want to save the file as a web page. Click the File tab, and then click Close. Now click the File tab again, click Recent, if necessary, and then in the list of recently viewed files, click Shipment Summary. When we do, the Shipment Summary workbook reopens. Now click the File tab and click Save As. This causes the Save As dialog box to open. Now in the file name box, edit the name so it reads Shipment Summary Publish. In the Save As type list, click Web Page. The Save As dialog box changes to reflect the web page file type, and now click Publish. This causes the Publish as Web Page dialogs to open. In the Choose list, click Items on Sheet 2. The available items on Sheet 2 appear. In the Item to Publish list, click Pivot Table. Then select the Auto Republish every time this workbook is saved checkbox, and click Publish. Excel saves your file as a publishable web page. Every time you save your workbook, Excel will update the published web file. In this segment, we saved workbooks for the web. This is the last segment of the course. I hope you've enjoyed working through it and that you use your new skills to your benefit. Thank you.